To make an oversized ironing board cover, you're going to first need the piece of wood. We're using 1/2 inch premium wood. You could use plywood, but if you do, you want it to be at least 3/4 inch thick. That's going to prevent any bowing from the long-term exposure to heat and the moisture from your steam iron. Felt for the underlayment, either bump or some cotton batting. I'm using Warm and Natural kneaded cotton batting. You want to make sure that whatever you use, that it is a natural fabric and can be ironed. Some type of writing instrument that will show up on all of your fabrics. I'm using some yellow chalk. This is utility fabric. It's a heavyweight twill fabric that's going to be able to withstand constant ironing. A utility stapler. This is for upholstery and stuff. It's heavy duty. Pair of scissors. And then something to measure with. I'm going to use my quilter's ruler. You could use a measuring tape or a regular ruler if you wanted to. And of course, some staples for your stapler. First thing we're going to do is lay out our felt. You want to smooth it out, make sure there's no wrinkles in it. And we're going to go ahead and lay the board down on top of it. We're going to staple our layers individually. That way we can go back, and if we just need to replace the cover, we won't have to restaple everything. So the first layer is only going to fold over about 1 inch, and then the next layer will fold over just a little bit more to cover those staples. I want 1 inch overlay, so I've got to take into account the 1/2 inch of my board. Then I'm just going to take my chalk. What I'm going to do is just continue to work my way around the entire board till 1.5 inches is marked on all 4 sides. We're going to have several layers by the time we do the felt, the padding, and then the actual fabric. So we're going to have quite a bit of bulk down here with the felt. Turn her off. We cut it. It kind of comes in as a mitered corner there. It's not perfect, but remember it's going to be covered with several other layers. The key thing is to remove the excess bulk. Just keep folding the fabric down and working your way around the entire board. I'm going to go ahead and lay the board back on top. Now if you remember, we did our felt so that it was 1 inch overlap. This is going to come out a little bit further. So I'm going to do just a little bit more than maybe 1.5 inches. So because I want to take into consideration that inch that I have here, I'm going to mark it 2 inches out and cut all the way around. Bring this in, we're pulling it taut. But what we're doing is bringing it together. There's no fold so that the edges are right up against each other. Now we're going to come in and put a staple here, one on the other side. Now we're going to fold this down. And as you notice, we've got a nice corner. We're going to do that to all 4 corners, and as we do that, we're going to work our way down the entire length until all 4 sides and corners are done. Now you can do this by yourself, but having somebody help you means one person can pull it tight and the other person can do the stapling. This is the final layer. We are going to want to tuck it under a bit. So this layer here comes out a little less than 3 inches. So I'm going to come out 4 inches all the way around on this final cloth. When I make my mark with it, I'm going to fold it under about 1/2 inch, maybe a little bit less. I'm going to pull it, and then Scott's just going to staple it so that it catches the fold. You do want to pull this taut though, because you don't want it gapping on the other side. Got our sides done. Got a staple close to the edge. Now we're going to come in and put a staple on either side of our triangles here. Okay, now what you've got is your sections that have come up to be mitered. You're just going to fold it down. Everything should stay tucked under. You want to put enough staples that nothing flaps or could get caught. You want to go kind of close to the edge. Now your corners are as clean and pretty as the rest of your edges. What we've decided to do is put some feet on it, and in order to do that and still make this removable, we need to come out from the edge, and we want to leave enough room to where we can get in and remove these staples. You can kind of press it in a little bit with your finger first so that it doesn't move on you. These are plastic feet, so you do want to make sure that you use a rubber mallet in order to prevent breaking the plastic. Now you have a beautiful oversized ironing board cover.